Meat Puppets in the Bing Lounge. It's great to have you guys here. Being a big fan of yours for a really long time, I had a really, it's kind of a stupid question, but I think it fits. And I asked another fan for another question, so it'll be like that, But back in the 80s, you guys were like who didn't pogo to shows, and thrashing. You didn't. You're sitting there playing a mile a minute. But your albums are like, those early albums are must-haves of the genre. I always wondered, Meat Puppets, you could have named it some other snarky thing of the moment, How did you get the name?
Just couldn't think of anything better. That was the best we could come up with, and it was all, everything we came up with, including that, was stupid, but that's the one we stopped at.
Yeah, and now it's like legendary, Meat Puppets. Love it. And I also wanted to ask you, Chris and Kurt, you were part of a really kind of a classic moment in rock history. You guys played with Nirvana for that Unplugged, the MTV Unplugged show.
Body doubles.
Body doubles. How did that happen? Did they come to you and ask you? Tell us the story.
Yeah, we were on tour with them, and they were thinking about doing some of those songs off of Meat Puppets too, and they just said they were having trouble figuring them out. So they want us to come and play the guitar stuff on them.
And did you know at that time that was going to be kind of that moment, that one last moment for them live? Did you know that it was going to be classic, to record them like that?
Well, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know the future any better than anybody else really at that point, but and they weren't thinking about putting it out when we did it. So, I just thought it was a good show.
Yeah, now it goes down in history. And from another fan of mine, he wanted to know what it is about you guys that you played such a specific kind of music, what you credit your longevity to, how you've kept. I know that you've kind of taken hiatus and you've stopped and you picked back up, but you're here, in 2011.
Yeah, we have a lot of luck, exemplary lead absorption techniques, and
still doing it.
Yeah, just like to do it, just keep putting myself in that spot.
And with a new album, Lollipop, that's a sweet name for one thing. And the music on it is surprisingly sweet as well. There are moments, I can hear the guitar work, and I know it's you guys from the way that you play and sing, but the music is very different from, going back to the beginnings.
Yeah, we always put out different stuff. It's you just kind of wind up with what you do, going with an idea, and we don't put a lot of work into it, so it's
and another question, when you are thinking about putting together your set lists, for the shows, and you go back to the early stuff, what works? What do you want to go for that seems that you guys say, oh, we can't do that again, or yeah, we got to do that. What are the songs you think that work? Are you still going to go 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, sometimes, but there's just stuff that kind of feel like I was biting off more than I could chew when I wrote it, so I'm gonna go back and try to learn it again, and it's hard, and that's how I figure it out. I don't want to do anything that's hard to do, so.
That's the Meat Puppet work ethos, I guess.
Yeah, we were learning about the studio and learning about music, and so we were still learning, but what I learned is that I don't like to play things that I have to think about, so some of the stuff is too hard that I wrote, and I don't know how we did it.
Meat Puppets. Let's hear some more.